Japantown in San Francisco has a long and rich history dating back to the late 19th century. Prior to the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, this city was home to two distinct Japantowns, one on the outskirts of Chinatown and another in the south of Market area. After the earthquake, many Japanese immigrants began to settle in the Western Addition neighborhood, which then became the main Japantown area. By 1940, this neighborhood had grown to be one of the largest Japanese enclaves outside of Japan, with over 5,000 ethnic Japanese residents and more than 200 Japanese-owned businesses. The lives of Japantown residents were dramatically impacted by the events of World War II. In 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, which forced all people of Japanese descent, including American citizens, to be relocated and interned. Many large sections of the neighborhood were left vacant, and the void was quickly filled by an influx of African Americans who had migrated from the South to find wartime industrial jobs. After the war, some Japanese Americans returned, but many did not, instead settling in other parts of the city or moving to the suburbs. In the post-war years, Japantown began to rebuild and revitalize, with new Japanese immigrants arriving and investment from the Japanese government and companies. However, the neighborhood was further impacted by the city's urban renewal plans in the 1960s through the 1980s, which raised existing housing and widened transportation corridors with little community input. Despite these challenges, Japantown has maintained its cultural identity and vibrant community. Today, Japantown is known for its many attractions, including Japanese cuisine restaurants, supermarkets, indoor shopping malls, hotels, banks, and other businesses. The neighborhood is also home to two major annual festivals, the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival and the Nihonmachi Street Fair. These events celebrate Japanese culture and draw visitors from around the region. Preserving the unique character and heritage of Japantown has been an ongoing challenge. Community groups and organizations have worked tirelessly to advocate for the neighborhood, fighting against development threats and pushing for policies to support small businesses and affordable housing. Their efforts have helped maintain Japantown's status as one of the largest and oldest ethnic enclaves in the United States. Japantown is not just a physical place, but a hub of Japanese-American cultural identity and community. It serves as a gathering space, a source of pride, and a connection to the rich history and traditions of the Japanese diaspora. The neighborhood's influence extends far beyond its geographic boundaries, shaping the broader cultural landscape of San Francisco. Japantown's close ties to Japan are evident in its architecture, businesses, and cultural events. In 1957, San Francisco entered into a sister city relationship with Osaka, Japan, which is reflected in the neighborhood's nickname of Little Osaka. This relationship has included cultural exchanges, business partnerships, and commemorative events over the decades. Japantown is home to a number of notable historic buildings and sites, including the Bush Street Cottage Row Historic District, the Japanese Yuka/Issei Women's Building, and the iconic five-tiered concrete Peace Pagoda. These structures not only serve as physical landmarks, but also as reminders of the neighborhood's rich past and the resilience of the Japanese American community.